And once I must tell you, I asked him, said, should I come join the profession? His reply was, Alok, the profession seems very inviting from the outside, but it is not so inside. So don't bother if you cannot get into that profession. You do what you want to do. So this sort of advice and encouragement he gave to me, and I am very very much grateful to such great men, the great men of philosophy, which ran the show in the last generation. I must share my last meeting with him before his death. Whenever I used to go to Jaipur, it was my point to visit his residence. And last time when I met, he was living on the third floor, I think. Previously, he was just in front of the Rajasthan University, so it was very convenient. Last time when I went there, I reached on the third floor. I knocked the door. But no reply was there. Then I again knocked the door. Then I just I just called him, but again when nothing came out, I just pushed the door. It was all open. I went inside, and then I said, Dayaji, no reply. I went into the gallery, and in the far end of the gallery, a near side room, he was sleeping. He just heard my voice and he said, "Oh, Kaun?" I said, "Alok." He said, "Okay, I am coming. Please sit down in the library and read something." He came back within seconds. And then he said, "Have you ever seen the sunset? Come on, we will see the sunset." And we went to the terrace, and there, from sunset to the whole world, all the issues, all the problems we discussed, and even the case of Mayawati's politics was also discussed. I still remember. So after 3-4 hours, when my friend called from downstairs, then I realized how the time flied with him. So such an intellectual feast we used to share with such persons, which gave us such inspiration, such motivation to do something in philosophy. I never think that we have done something very great, because I must say that the greatest legacy of Professor Daya is the questioning. He said philosophy means questioning, and unless and until you learn to question, you cannot do any philosophy, whether Indian, Western, or whatever you want to do. So this legacy of questioning, I say, we must keep alive, not only in the philosophy family, but everywhere, wherever we teach, we learn, and we interact with the students and the new generation people. So it's some of these words. I would like to start today's talk of mine on Daya Krishna's understanding of uh, civilization and their encounters. Actually, Professor Daya Krishna is one of the philosophers who gave social philosophy as much importance as to other branches of the philosophy. It is a tradition in our philosophy departments that social philosophy or political philosophy is not given that much of attention. So we know that he gave some lectures on social philosophy long back. It was in I think 67 or something, when a small book came out that was the Social Philosophy Past and Present. These were his first similar lectures, and later, just before his death, 2 years before his death, in 2005, he gave another set of lectures in Indian Institute of Advanced Studies, Shimla, and those lectures, along with the previous lectures, were published in a book form, and that is the Civilizations, Nostalgia, and Utopia. So he gave 3 lectures, and these 3 lectures are Civilizations, Past and Future. Second one is Understanding Civilizations, and third one is civilizations, nostalgia, and utopia. So today I just want to focus on these three lectures only and try to find out what Dayaji thought about civilizations and their encounters, which of which he talked about in separate essays published in the Quest, because at that time, after the publication of Huntington's thesis, this issue was very much discussed, and still we are discussing in many circles. So let us start with his first lecture, where he talks about, and I must say that here I am going to focus on some questions, because Dayaji said that we must start with the questions. So the questions are, why human beings develop a civilization? What is so significant that makes a civilization a very, very important contribution of human history? What is the difference between a civilization and a culture? How can we understand a civilization thoroughly? What is the chief characteristics of a civilization? How can we distinguish between Indian civilization and the Western civilization, and also the other civilization that, for example, Arab civilization? What is the role played by internal suppression in civilizations? How can we look upon the crisis of Indian as well as Western civilizations today? Can we have some sort of understanding of civilizations interacting with each other? What is the role of